guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the symptoms I had in week 4 and 5 of my pregnancy. In week 4, it was really early on, but I had been having nausea pretty much since conception, but in week 4 it got really bad, and so my doctor prescribed me these pills called Dietary, I think is what they're called, and those help a lot. I also was having a lot of insomnia. I don't know if it was because I was thinking about it a lot, or if, you know, there was actually like a reason that I couldn't sleep, but I would basically be so tired and I would go to bed at like 9:30 and then wake up at midnight, and then I would just stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning or even 6 o'clock in the morning. I just was not sleeping at all. It was terrible. I was smelling weird things. I mean, I think I mentioned before I was smelling, you know, like cat urine, but my smell has kind of progressed to like, I don't know, animal smells, and I'm finding that like my house smells like a barn. Like it just smells like a farm, or what a barn would smell like, with like all the animals just like, you know, all their weird smells all mixed together. It just, I can't even stand to be in the kitchen because I feel like it just smells so bad. So much cramping. I had to ask my doctor if it was normal to have that much cramping because it was getting me worried. Like, I don't even get cramps when I'm on my period. So I didn't really know what was up with this, but my doctor told me unless there is bleeding or dizziness associated with the cramping, or it's getting worse, then I don't have anything to worry about. I've had some aversions to food. Some days everything is just like, I don't want to eat anything. Like, everything sounds gross. But mostly like, I don't know. There was a couple days where I had smelled pizza and I was like, but then there have been other days where I have had pizza and it's fine. Basically, like, carbs are kind of grossing me out, which is so odd because I am a carb person, but I really just want like fruit and salad. Like, that's pretty much all I've been craving. I've been so thirsty. So thirsty. Like, I've been drinking liters and liters of water and juice, and you know, like, I don't know why I'm so thirsty. Like, my lips were, like, I don't want to say, they weren't chapped, they were like just really dry, and I was constantly putting on chapstick because my lips they were just peeling away because I was so thirsty all the time. And probably the last thing in week 4, I mean, there wasn't too many symptoms in week 4, but the symptoms that I did have were like, I don't know, like, it was noticeable. But I was also very nervous, and I think that that's normal. Just, you know, a lot of worry about whether or not the baby is gonna carry until full term, or if I'm doing something wrong. Pretty much everything that I have been doing, I've been thinking, is this good for the baby? Is this good for the baby? Oh my gosh, is this bad? Like, you know, all those things have just been running through my head. Week 5 was when a lot of things started going whack. Like, whack, okay? My hormones were just through the roof. You know, like, there was a few days where I was just like, I was raging, like, so angry. And I'm angry at like people on the street. I'm angry at vehicles. I'm angry with people I have to make phone calls to. Like, I just cannot stand to make phone calls right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there are so many phone calls to make, but I've just been short on patience. And I've had a few days where I've just like cried over like the craziest things. The number one thing that I keep repeating over and over in my head when I'm out about in the city and just like trying to keep my rage in my head, there's always like a couple times during the day where I'm yelling in my head, great place to stand! You know, like it's just the whole day, great place to stand. That's a great place to stand.
Great place to stand!
You know, like it's just always in my head because sometimes people in Toronto are like oblivious to people around them, and it's like, you know, like I'm trying to get through the door and they're just like chit-chatting in the doorway with like a bunch of other people, and it's just like, why are you standing here? Like, do you not see the sea of people who are trying to get through this door, you know? And, you know, in the Eaton Center too, you know, like there'll be like a section in a retail store that I'm like interested in looking at, and there'll be like a woman just like blocking it off with like a cart or something, and she's got like the section torn apart, and like there's no way I can get in there. And the whole time I'm thinking, great place to stand, lady. Like, what the, you know? It's just, yeah, short on patience. My nausea has continued, but it's been a little bit more manageable because I have medication now. This week was also the week that I got breast tenderness. And let me tell you, oh my gosh. I played baseball last Saturday, and when I came home from baseball and I took off my bra, I was like, ah! It was so intense. Like, I've never had breast tenderness in my whole entire life. I mean, maybe like the odd day, like after I ovulate, but not like this. Like, it was crazy. At the same time, my breasts are feeling like they're getting bigger already, and like they're a lot more firm than usual. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's TMI, but usually they're not firm like that. That sounds weird. Yeah, they've just been really sore with a bra or without a bra. I basically only feel good if I'm lying down without a bra. I've been very, very, very bloated. I mean, obviously I don't think I have a baby bump yet, but it does kind of feel like the bottom of my belly is a little bit more, it's like starting to expand a little bit. I'm not really gonna do belly shots because I have a belly, and so I look pregnant every day of the year. I'm having a hard time like noticing any differences, but yeah, it definitely feels like things are changing. I felt a lot of changes in my body this week. Another change was that, like, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I swear, like, my skin hurts. Like, it's not muscular, it's not like in a single spot, it's like my skin all over my body. Walking and running, like, hurts my skin. Like, my skin will move and it's like kind of hurt the most, like my lower belly and in my butt and in my thighs. Like, when I move or like sit down somewhere, my, like, it hurts to sit. It hurts to sit down. And it, like, when I move in my bed, like, everything hurts. Just like that, I don't know, I find that really weird. I read somewhere that your skin actually becomes more elastic, so you know, there can be some discomfort. I also read that in week 5, like, discomfort is kind of a thing that you start to feel. So, you know, everything I've been feeling is on track with, you know, what is normal. I also had a crazy acne breakout, and like I am known for like having a like clear complexion, and so this one day where I woke up and there was just like galaxies of pimples all over my face in like places that like didn't even make any sense. You know, like I had a galaxy over here and I had a galaxy all here and I had a galaxy up here. It was just my whole face, and I'm just like what? You know, and makeup wasn't even covering it. And if you like look close, you can still see remainders of that breakout. I don't know if you can see them on my forehead, but yeah. So, I mean, that was disappointing, but at the same time, it was like, okay, things are going as planned. It's just my hormones are like out of whack. As far as whether or not I think it is a girl or a boy, I definitely feel like it is so feminine in there. Like it just feels female. I don't know why. And a couple people that I know actually told me they think I'm having a girl too. And I'm just like, that's funny because it feels very female in there. Week 5 was also very intense as far as like my symptoms. So I'm actually kind of wondering at this point if it's twins, because twins do run in my family. That could be the reason I've been feeling all these crazy symptoms so early. My first ultrasound is December 22nd, so this coming Friday, and they'll be able to tell whether or not it's 1 baby or 2. I don't even know what I would do if it was 3, like, oh no. I'd be okay with twins just because, you know, I mean, I know that it would be hard, but it's gonna be hard already, and I think it would be easier for me to have twins like right away than for me to have 1 baby and then a year or 2 later have another one, because then I'll have like 2 under 2 by myself, and both of them will have a lot of needs and both of them will have a lot of different needs. So at least if I have twins now, then they will both need the same thing, and it's just gonna be like double whatever I'm doing. It's not gonna be like I'm doing completely different things for each baby. But obviously, you know, I will need double the things, and honestly, I don't know how I would breastfeed 2 babies. Like, how do you do that? Like, you know, and when I'm at home, like, how do I hold 2 babies in my arms? Like, you know, like, at least if you are holding 1 baby, you know, you have a hand free to do other stuff. But if I've got to hold 2, then, like, time stops because I don't have any free hands. You know, like, there's like some things like that I've been thinking about, and I'm like, oh, that would be really tough. You know, instead of having 1 screaming baby, you have 2 screaming babies. I definitely don't think like I'd sleep at all. I think I would be pulling all-nighters like pretty much for the first like 4 months, because I could just see, you know, them like alternating. You know, one is asleep for an hour, but the other one's awake. And then when I finally get one back to sleep, the other one wakes up and wants to be fed. So there's pros and cons for each, but I would be okay with twins. That is pretty much everything I've been feeling in week 4 and week 5. I feel different now, whereas before I kind of felt like nothing was going on. Now I definitely feel like there is a lot going on. My body is just whack. It's just whack. Now in week 5, baby is the size of a pea. I texted that to a couple of my friends, and they were like, oh my god, it's getting so big. And I was like, that's funny to think about. I mean, yeah, I mean, considering, you know, like, it was the size of a poppy seed a few weeks ago, and like now it's the size of a pea. Like, that's craziness. I will keep making these updates week by week, because now more changes are happening every week. And like I said, this week is my ultrasound, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for those of you who are following my videos and who have subscribed. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and that to me is like mind-blowing. It means that like 100 people out there actually find my videos interesting, or are actually like wanting to see what's going on in my life, which is like so weird because my life is like not exciting at all. But it feels good to like starting to like connect with some of you guys. So thanks again, and if you're new to my channel, I'm WhitandbabyH. Please consider subscribing if you are liking where I'm going with my channel, and hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.